Well, it's been a quiet week here in Lake Scopigon, my hometown. In today's special second part Sunday episode, the Squids continue their conversation with Mike Almquist, the manager of Me Without You. They discuss intricate vinyl packaging, live albums, a little more 5-iron talk, and Pete does some online shopping.
I actually do hate to ask a vinyl question without Brock here, but this is the thing I gotta know, Mike. I brought up Catch for Us the Foxes, right? And so, and just a regular. This is not a deluxe or anything special. We've got the outer sheet, but it has the information on it. So you kind of want to keep that, right? Because it says what the album is. Because the album cover does not. Then you get the regular album, little, just regular slip cover. But then you get the record in a paper cover, right?
Naturally.
And then you get this cover.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's very cool. And then you get the booklet.
So, by the way, just what you've referenced is the poly bag with the sticker.
Thank you.
Then you've referenced the jacket, and then you've referenced the inner sleeve. Oh, you referenced the vinyl inside a disposable paper sleeve, and then you referenced the printed inner sleeve.
I think this would be great if we do a video low light of this while you're explaining what the different sections are.
So therein lies my question. So the paper's disposed because it doesn't all fit well once you open it up, right? Back in the plastic.
No.
The polyvinyl like outer sleeve, it does not all go back in there.
Nope.
So my question has always been, how do we package and store these things? What is your intent with the packaging?
Okay, so the reason your question is basically what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to package this?
Yeah, because you also don't want to rip the outer poly because it's not just a generic one.
I'm very bummed that this means that hundreds of people are also having the same problem.
Oh, I could be the only idiot out here. Like, don't assume that everyone else is as dumb as me.
One thing that I've learned in terms of my years of like running the online store is that if one person has it, 100 people have it.
Oh no!
So the reason why we package a record in a plain white paper sleeve inside of the poly bag is because when you ship a record inside of its printed material, the record with its sharp edges has tolerance. It moves around inside the jacket. And if it's jostled enough in shipment, it will tear through the edge of the printed material.
Gotcha.
So if I sent you that record, Jared, and I didn't have
and
I did. Everything was inside, and you had the poly bag, and inside the poly bag was the jacket, and inside the jacket was the printed inner sleeve, and inside the inner sleeve was the record. I guarantee you have like a 50% chance that record had jostled enough that it would tear through the side of your printed material. So what the paper sleeve does is I put it behind the poly bag. So if the paper sleeve gets jacked up, you don't have to worry. You take that paper sleeve, you throw it away. You're supposed to. You're supposed to put the record inside of the actual inner sleeve itself.
Yes.
And then you can put it on your shelf. It's not going to get jostled around on your shelf and tear any printed material. It can now stay pristine.
I'm so glad to get this question answered.
The way that a lot of people do it, right, is that you would shrink wrap the record, right? So if I put it in there and I shrink wrap the whole thing, that's wonderful. Keeps everything tight. The record won't move around as much. However, it's a single-use plastic. I hate single-use plastic on principle, and so but retail loves it. Because that's just convenient. What they do.
Yeah,
very convenient. It's a clean present. It's actually not convenient. It's a clean presentation.
Okay,
right. And so I understand that you feel like you're opening something new. It's been untouched. Like all of our stuff is like it's not. I don't like the single-use plastics. I do everything I can to avoid single-use plastic because I think it is so. It's like I someone say that like. We are currently like hell is post-industrialization. And I'm not so cynical to believe that, but I like that idea that somehow the natural world is like being raped by like our overuse of these sort of things. So I'm like, whoa. That's when I went to reproduce all of me that use like CDs. I didn't put them in jewel cases. I put them in digipacks because there's more. Obviously,
Interesting.
you're
Yeah.
always going to have waste. You're always going to have like plastic that just varnish on like the inks that get used for these things. So there's petroleum that's going into these things. There's plastic. There's these things that
Sure.
happen. These processes that are wasteful, but everything's wasteful. I'm just trying to diminish the things that like you'll find in your sushi in 100 years.
Mm.
So and so that's what that is. I put them in the poly bags and I put the plastic. I spent extra money and I put it in the
Yeah.
back because there was a while when I would get, just I would ship out all these records and then I get all these responses being like, "Hey, my inner sleeve's ripped. Can you send me a new one?" And then I'd have to order, and I'd be like, "Yeah, give me a sec." And then I would literally order new ones,
Right.
hundreds of new inner sleeves because I'm this guy where I'm like, oh, the customer's not satisfied. Well, they need to be like beyond delighted. And
Right.
so I will not only spend an extra $5 on shipping, I'll spend an extra $2 on extra printed material, and I will lose $7 on every sale now that just to make sure this person has something pristine for their collection.
Sure.
Right.
And so this is the workaround. Spend an extra 3 cents on like the thing to be packaged into the back of the poly bag. So it's a quality control.
I appreciate it. I think, I mean, it's your work essentially with the
Mhm.
packaging, right? And like the art design
Yes.
of the
Yes.
records. And
Yes.
I'm a late Me Without You fan. Like that's the other
Mhm.
thing. Is like I was not really aware during the bulk of their active touring time. And this is my like blind spot of I grew up
You and the rest of the
only,
world, by the way.
well, my fault is
Hey, we rock
uh
Purple Door. I
no,
love Purple Door.
I grew up only listening to Christian music. So by the time I hit my early 20s and went to college, I just if it was on Tooth and Nail, I wouldn't listen to it. So
Mm.
like basically the Tooth and Nail heyday of the early 2000s, I just was like, nope, I'm gonna go back and listen to like I had only listened to Smashing Pumpkins singles on the radio. So I want the whole record. I want Rage Against the Machine in full, not just
Oh
what I
yeah,
take.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so if it was like acceptable in my Christian music household, I ignored it. And then
Wow.
like I think went into some phase of like Americana and some folkier stuff when that hit in the mid 2000s and was like, I'm just gonna set all that behind. So it was towards the last record before I like really listened to Me Without You, and then I became obsessed. And then
Oh,
like
cool.
it's like I think 3 years in a row you get the Apple. I'm an Apple Music user. Sorry, Pete. He's a Google Android guy.
It's all right.
What?
It's
He
okay.
ruins the group chat, but anyway,
Oh God.
I bring the green.
he ruins it.
No, but RCS has ushered in a whole new era of
Amen.
tapbacks.
It's better. It's better.
Amen.
But
Better. Ricky in the Me That You group chat he's the only Android user, and it
Hey,
messes it up so bad.
so bad.
Ricky, I love you.
Your
Yeah.
kindred spirit, Pete.
Yeah, yeah. There's always one, guys.
There's always
There,
one, and that's
there
the truth.
is. So for the last 3 years, like the Apple Music end of year, like most listened to, like for me, it's been Me Without You for years in a row now.
Very
And
cool.
I was late, so I have like all I guess the reprints of the records in
Yeah,
that in kind of the last, I don't know, 5, 7, 8, 9 years, something like that. But
yeah.
I bought them all off the store. I think the only one I bought somewhere else was Untitled when it wasn't available on the
It was
store.
on Run for Cover probably because
Yeah, well, I bought it on
yeah.
Discogs is where I bought
Oh, you
it,
bought on
like a
Discogs.
used copy.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I bought a used
Okay,
copy to
copy.
fill
Yeah.
it in to get the last
Yeah.
thing I didn't have. Oh, I mean, I don't have every variant. Good Lord,
No, please
I'm not
God.
of the means for that. But I want all the deluxe editions. I bought the Pale Horses recently, and I bought the rainbow signs, the quad rainbow. I'll admit I did it when you went the 50% off sale. I was like, I'm getting it
Yeah. I got a
right
couple left.
now.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
explain this
that's
one to my
good.
wife. Uh,
Yeah.
but that one is crazy, by the way, that quad rainbow edition. Oh my gosh. Insane.
Yeah. The Pale Horses. So when we did Lux, so when that record came out in 2015,
Hmm.
we're like, okay, well, we had just done a self-release on album 5, 10 stories, and we did like a box set. that had two discs in it and like autographed poster and a separate 7-inch single gatefold, like 7-inch single with all this sort of elaborate stuff that went into that. And so it was like, okay, what do we do for album 6? And so we did the deluxe edition, and it was this triple gatefold. We tried to, instead of like one-upping things, we tried like what is something that we can do different but is also cool, instead of feeling like it has to be bigger, it has to be better. No, it can just be different. It can be its own expression. It doesn't have to be like it's not like twice the explosions. It doesn't have to be like this like blockbuster mentality. So we did the two discs again. We did it all in this like nice compact gatefold. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a rainbow colored vinyl. And like I was still like pretty new to like record pressing and like all that kind of
Okay.
stuff. So like I was like put it up for sale, and I made this like pride flag looking like straight lined rainbow, being like they can do anything when they press records, right? And I sold like 2,000 copies like that. And then when I went to go order it, like Run for Cover was like, you can't like do that, right? There's no like way to do that. I was like, what do you mean? Don't you just like make a line with the red and the orange and the yellow and
Right.
the green, the blue and the indigo and the violet? They're like, do you know how much time and money that costs? And I was like, huh. So like, and one of the options they're like, well, what you could do is you can make a picture disc. And
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I didn't sell as a picture disc though. And people are kind of weird about picture discs. And so I'm not going to do a picture disc. And then I came this idea was like, oh, I'll take 7, 8 colors, and I'll do like a tricolor idea, like a sort of a triangle of colors, and then I'll put these like big, big, big splatters. So I'll do the primary colors as these big sort of blocks, and then I'll do all the complementary colors as these splatters, and that'll get mixed in there, and it'll look like a rainbow. And what it ended up looking like was what I affectionately, someone I didn't come up with this, but they called it a Rastafarian fruit roll up.
All
And I was
right.
like, because it doesn't look anything like what it came out as. And so when we did the reissue of it for the collector's edition, I was like, oh, because I sold it as a double rainbow, so two
Mhm.
rainbow discs, right? These two big, beautiful rainbow flag looking.
What does it
Um,
mean?
and so when I did, so my whole thing was, okay, well now I failed on the double rainbow, but I will succeed on a single rainbow edition, which is two discs with 3 colors on each, different colors, and then I'm going to do a quadruple rainbow, and that's my picture disc, where A and B is a different
Nice.
rainbow, and C and D is a different. So I was trying to like one up it, and I think that and they're hand painted. My wife, well, I created the templates for it. We bought a projector. We projected it onto a wall, and my wife watercolored all of those
Wow.
things. And then I photographed
Wow.
them, and then I took them into Photoshop and I cleaned them up, and it took freaking forever.
Sure.
Um, and so yeah, that's what's presented. And I think the picture discs, by the way, which sound fine, if not great,
Yeah,
and they look tremendous
they're
on a
so cool.
turntable. They're
Oh,
so cool.
so cool.
So
Yeah.
I feel like vindicated by the quadruple rainbow.
Oh, that was
Now,
one of those when it came out. I was like, I want that, but my wife is
yes,
not going to appreciate me
she's not
buying
going to
that.
be appreciate that $100
And so when
price
I
tag.
saw the 50% off, I was like,
Yeah, you
I'm
take
buying it
it.
now. I
50
have to
bucks.
have it. Yeah,
It's a
like I'm
deal
getting
at 50 bucks.
it
It's
was
a
a steal is
nice,
what it
it's a
felt like.
steal.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to
Mm,
have it at that point. I was like, I'm gonna
yeah,
kill myself. I'm gonna kick myself
yeah.
if I don't do it now. But no, I think your packaging is just the best. Like it's little things, like even the insert, like the vinyl cover where you print the inside. You don't have to do
Always,
that. Like you don't have
always,
to do that. That's extra. Like I assume that's just
always.
extra cost that ramps it up,
It
but
is.
like it
It is.
makes it
But you
that
noticed it.
much cooler.
You
Oh
noticed it.
yeah.
You noticed it.
Like
I think that when you notice it's like I don't know if it's the halo effect, but there's like this idea that it's like you notice these small sort of caveats that are taken. These like things that are like kind of like first of all, it's not like the Who or like
I love the
the
Who.
Doors or any like bands in the classic era of rock music. We're doing reverse prints, you know.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
it's not like that. They weren't thinking like that. But like, but I think that there's something about just going the extra mile, even subconsciously. Like it's because you can't see all the way into some of those printed materials.
Right.
Right.
So if you look into the actual sleeve of a vinyl, into a vinyl sleeve, and it's a photograph or maybe it's an image or an illustration, you can only see so far into that jacket.
Yeah.
And I think that like when that kind of idea when that occurs, there's still a sense of mystery,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
exploration, and storytelling that's left to be, discovered. When you see that it's just an unprinted white surface, there is no mystery, there's no discovery, there's none of that. And what I always want to do with any product or record or media that I create is that I want it to feel expansive and I want it to feel delightful. And I
Sure.
want the level of detail to go as far as it possibly can. If I could create like a Christmas inside of that like sleeve, I would do it, but I can't, but I want to go as far as I possibly can. But I also want to like not every piece of physical media requires there to be like something deep in there. Sometimes I just want it to be tonal. So like
Right.
in the record you just received, the Live Volume 1, it's just a sort of straight tonal color that's inside of it, and that's intentional. Like it's just supposed to be a vibe going into it. I want every piece to
Mm-hmm.
feel intentional when it comes to um these to anything that I put out. And every piece that can be printed on, every piece that can be every element of it that can be expressive, I want to be able to give it that touch. So you feel it. That there wasn't a
Mm.
part where I want to go above and beyond, I guess is my point. This is like the whole
Well,
I'll lose $7 on a record that you bought for $25
right.
so you can feel happy to own it. Like I'll lose the extra 50 cents or whatever. I don't even know what it costs in some cases just to make sure that like this thing is like holistically the best that it can be for the person who owns it because they know that you care
Right.
because I care.
Right.
I
Well,
know
of
you care
course.
because I care.
Well,
Right.
it feels like an extension of like when the band has live flowers on stage. Like there's no point to that, right? Other than the general aesthetic and the feeling, but there's a cost to that. So
Hmm.
there's a willingness to go an extra step to create some aesthetic, some atmosphere, some vibe that
Yes.
isn't essential necessarily, but it's essential to the core of who Me Without You is. Like
Yeah.
it's not essential to a good musical performance. Like it's not, you don't have to have that to have a great time in a live show,
Yeah.
but it makes Me Without You different.
Yeah.
And it sets, so it's essential to who they are at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, don't you want to see it?
Oh
Like
yeah.
you want to see it.
It changes
It's
the
like,
room because they do it.
and who else can give it to you? So it's like you want to see it. Who else can give it to you? Let's give it to them. I'm not going to hold back. If I hold
Yeah.
back, it's just because I didn't think about it, or
Yeah.
because I didn't have time, or I didn't have
Sure.
money. But
Right.
I'm rarely held back economically. I'm almost irresponsible in terms of that regard, where I'm just like, no, this is not just about making money. I don't have shareholders
Right.
to talk to. I don't have any of that. Like, this isn't the this is I'm not gonna fall prey to the end shitification of like whatever my product is gonna be. Like, I'm actually gonna make it better.
Yes.
I'm not a cynic. I'm not a cynic. I'm a guy who believes in people and trusts capitalism for the most part. And I trust capitalism because of people, to be clear.
Sure.
Um, and so when I see the failings of things that are like oh, we've got to make it cheaper. Like I said, the end shitification of these different commodities, housing, food, um, whatever it may be, services. You see these things kind of fall off. So like whatever, some public offering can go up however many percent. Like I don't like that stuff, but I do trust people to rise above those failings and demand more for themselves. And I want to be one of those people that demands more for themselves and it can give it to other people. And so, just because I feel like so much of enjoying life is being able to sort of revel in it. So, and that's kind of what I want to do.
Just shift gears a little bit. How do you feel about, like, what does Me Without You mean to you right now in 2025? Not necessarily in a retrospective
In a
or
retrospective, my
reflection.
friend, never in a reflection.
Well, and so one angle I thought of that is like, have you had any time to consider it from reflective? Because you have moved forward, like you've continued.
No, I haven't.
No,
I have
because
not
even though
moved.
the
I
stuff
have
is
not moved.
happening,
I have
okay.
not moved forward, and I think this is a fault of who I am. I think I am loyal to a fault, and I think that I am kind of like
Well, can I
a person
restate that
who.
for you?
Sure, yes, of course. I'm
I
surrounded by Me Without You merch 3 years later after the band has stopped touring.
so that's what I meant is
Like
you
I'm
have
a head case.
so
Like
I
put
guess
me in therapy.
what I meant is you continued to move forward with the band as live and active in the sense that you have all that stuff behind you and these
Yes.
live projects and it's still front and center
Mhm.
in a like living active present state for you where maybe the band members have
Are not.
reflective space because they're not living
Yes.
it every day. They're doing whatever they're doing
No.
today
Yes. You're
and
very
you're
observant.
keeping it there. So
Yes.
so I guess where I'm curious with that is like, how do you think about them? And have you even considered, even like, I know it's the band has not broken up, so it's not considered an ending, but touring is not happening. So there is some version of an ending, right? Like
Yeah, and
that
writing
has
is
to
not
be
happening.
acknowledged.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And there's
Oh,
no
for sure.
promise of
Absolutely.
something coming.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So
Um,
what were you
So,
asking,
I
Jared?
think my question was, how do you think about Me Without You today in 2025?
I think
If you
about
can summarize that,
uh,
like, what is it?
I think about Me Without You every day.
Mm,
Today I thought about them in the sense of like I had to purchase a flat file to put posters into. And I had to buy, I had to upgrade I had to be at the storage facility and reorganize boxes and but it's so like not surgical, but like
Logistical?
pragmatic, I'm
Yeah.
logistical, where it's just like Me That You is not quote unquote active. Yes, it is. You just don't see it every day.
okay. Right.
And I feel so I guess that's the thing. It's like Me That You this is where I'm gonna pathologize it.
Do it.
Is like it is very active. I've made it active. I've made it my job. It should not still be my job, but I love it so much. I know other
Mhm.
people love it, but I feel in some way I'm holding myself back. Um, I need to
Sure.
move on. I need to move on in some way. I truly do. I think about Me Without You every single day, and that feels like a cope.
Mm.
Um, and Me Without You is a very special band.
Oh yeah.
The most important thing I think I might ever do on a cultural like a pop cultural level, and I'm intensely proud of that, and I love the control that I have over it, and I'm insanely proud of the body of work and the legacy of that work on top of it. I want to carry it forward as long as I possibly can, as long as it makes sense for me and my family.
Hmm.
Um, um, and the band is still very real to me. Talk to the guys
Hmm.
every week,
Hmm.
see them regularly. We're obviously still doing output, which is led by me. So, I feel like I'm kind of like, I guess I don't even know how to answer the question. It just feels like, yeah, Me Without You is still happening. It's the band's just not in it.
Right.
Right.
You know what
Outside
I
looking
mean?
it in, that's what it seems to be. So that's why I was curious to find not, and I don't mean that as a negative of
No, no, no,
like,
no, 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 no. But there's like this idea of like maybe staying too long at the party, which
well,
which I was always the guy in college and post college in my 20s, where I would be the first to show up to a party and be the last to leave.
Last to leave. Yeah, we're
And it's
very
not,
much alike that way. Yeah.
yeah. And because I love hanging out and I don't have to
Right.
go
Same.
anywhere.
All right.
And like this is fun. And but being in my 40s, I don't want to feel like I'm beating a dead horse. And I definitely don't want to do the thing where people feel like they're just being sold merchandise. Maybe that you was never a band that was like
right.
on
Oh,
the stage being like, "Hey, buy our t-shirts. Come see
right.
us at the merch stand." They never sold a thing. My job was to sell the thing.
Right.
And so now that like the artistry is out of it, the commerce is sort of taking over it. And I don't want
Mhm.
that to be the identity of the band. And I have my own artistic instincts and ideas and whatever, but I don't want that to be like the last thing. Like that's like the denouement of the band is like, and then their manager sold stuff online for 5 years. It's like I
Well,
don't want that to be the thing.
well, from an outsider looking at it, I mean, you can still see the artistic quality to it. I mean, it feels like these live albums. And for long,
Mhm.
I thought it was live, but I
It
love that
is
it's
lit.
called.
It is both. It is both. To be clear, Pete.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, I love the fact that it's live because it feels like a living, like each album from what you were talking about feels like a living being,
Yes.
and so that it can transcend that specific venue it might have been recorded at.
Mhm.
I think that it continues on the legacy of the band and the meaning of the band without commercializing it. Really, it just is for fans of Me Without You, and I'm a tangential fan compared
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Jared. I mean, I've seen him numerous times and loved my experience at each time. But like for me, it's cool to see it continue on even without the band touring. So that's kind of that's cool that the product is there and it's not just a commercial product. It's something that you can hold in your, like we've talked about for about 20 minutes. Like you can hold in your hand and it's an experience. It's not just a commercialization.
Yeah, I want it to be something that's emotional and
Right.
something that people can latch onto and have fun with.
Right.
And it, like I said, and just be meaningful. I don't
Sure.
want it to be a cash grab. Like it has to have a reason to exist.
and
And
that's
I
and
Yeah.
that that's what I'm trying to tell you is that like
yeah.
you're holding on to this concept, but in a pure way.
Mhm.
Is how I'm feeling. It's like you're holding on to this concept, but you're carrying on the legacy without making it just a commercial thing.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
I would say I would add that it's a type of band that you can continue to do what you're doing where it remains relevant and
Yeah,
fresh and
yeah,
not merely a callback. Like to give a crude example, like I mean, it's 20 years ago. I saw Motley Crue. They were
Mhm.
awful. And like the only reason you would have enjoyed that experience is because of looking back, right? Like they offered
Yeah.
nothing at the time. They were completely captured in time when they mattered, but they had no lasting significance. And I think like Me Without You is they're different in the sense that like they're a great recording band. Like they're very
Mhm.
good, talented musicians that produce like quality recordings. And
Mhm.
often you have, but then they're better as a live band.
Totally.
And not because, but like often you hear that like, we've all experienced bands that we've got to experience them live to get it because the
Yeah.
recordings are kind of they don't hit that hard. And Me Without You is this different one where the recordings, like they're so good of musicians collectively that
right.
you
Mhm.
can listen to the recordings alone and be really, really like taken in by that. You can experience the live and it's a different level. And then because of Aaron's lyrics that
Yeah.
are so dense, which I
Yeah,
think is where you get with like the Us Without Them podcast of like they're going 3 hours on a song,
Dude,
right?
on a 2 minute song.
And And like I've listened to it, I'm not bored of the three. You know, like
Yeah,
you can get caught up into it. They're so dense, weighty, and meaty
yeah,
that I think that's where they're different. If this was a pop punk band, that like, if this was just a fart joke band and high school girlfriend band, then it's
yeah,
probably pure commerce
yeah,
because all you're doing is replicating something that's already been and putting out a new edition of an old thing.
yeah.
But I think with Live, because you're choosing particular live, well, like off the first one, the Cardiff Giant,
Thank you.
that is so
That
distinctly
is that
different
is
than the recording.
there are tentpole tracks on each of these live
Hmm.
records that are like this is meant to sort of set itself apart.
Yeah.
So on volume one, Cardiff Giant is it's it's that tentpole track where it's like this doesn't sound like the record at
No.
all. Not
Right.
even remotely does it sound. It
And
is
it's
a
not like,
completely new version
I
of
love
and
the
it's
that.
not a
song
reimagined track for a new album. It's something they did live that was real.
live.
So it
Exactly.
it wasn't just a recording experiment, but it's
Yes.
so different
Yes,
and I love
exactly.
the original, but like I go to that track off the first one so often. And this
It's great. It's my favorite.
coupled with the sound quality as well. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
not just that
beautiful.
the performance was so good, but it's crystal clear. And
It's
it's
beautiful.
the space that is empty is where you feel like you're completely there because it's
Totally.
so crystal clear empty
Very well
that the
put.
notes that do hit are so resonant and you're like I listen to that song so many times
It's
because
beautiful.
like I can't get enough. I could listen to that thing on repeat forever,
That's
you
really
know.
great because the only track that I love, volume one, is Cardiff Giant live
Mm.
because it
It's my
is
favorite. Yeah.
it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And like the only track I love from volume two is the Julian the Onion, Son of a Widow.
With the harp and all that.
Yes, exactly. And this is like
Oh,
very intentional. We're presenting something that actually happened,
right.
Mm.
but it's like we're also presenting something completely new in left field. So I think to a certain degree, like there's an experience that happens where it's like maybe the people who love Me Without You, they listen to Me Without You, they love Me Without You. It's their favorite band. What do they listen to? Well, they listen to their favorite song. Let's say it's In a Sweater Poorly Knit. Okay, they listen
Mhm.
to this track.
Yeah.
They listen to it 100 times. The band plays it. Band hasn't listened to the track since 2006.
Sure. Yeah.
They play it 100 times. What do they play? So what does the band hear? What does the crew hear 100 times, 1,000 times, whatever it may be? They hear a completely different version
Right.
of what everyone who comes to the show listens to.
Right.
And so in some way, like the live albums are the way of creating the posterity
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
to share like what the band hears every day,
And I
like
love that.
what this thing has evolved into in a live setting, because they're played just very differently.
Hmm.
Different tempos, different accents on certain notes, different lyrical changes, and different inflections. So it's like they have a different life on stage, and so like this feels like the thing where it's like we get to. I don't think when I listen back to some of the other records, I'm like, wait, songs that slow? Like that's how it sounds.
Right.
Oh, there's horns on this track, and it's like
Right.
I don't think no one thinks about that. I don't think.
Right. Well, I
Mhm.
mean,
So
that's
this,
like listening to our newest album ever and a studio version of that same song. Like it's so much
exactly.
faster or so much different
Yeah.
than the
You
actual
mean a
track.
live version? You mean a live version, right?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Right. The
Yeah,
live
yeah.
version is so much different than the actual track. And I love that.
To bring it back to Five Iron, no one in Me Without You is going to be happy to hear this because they don't like no one. Everyone dogs me about Five Iron, because they didn't come up with it. They don't care about it. They think ska is corny,
Right.
but like, and they think Christian music is corny. And so do I to a certain degree. But the um like Live is very much inspired by the proof of the Youth of Revolting.
Come on. All right.
Like there's no getting around it. The cover itself, being a three-dimensional object photographed from the same artist who did your previous album covers, like it's a 1-to-1 comparison.
That's cool.
There, where it's like it just so happened that Five Iron, two-dimensional artist, did a three-dimensional piece of artwork, and it just so happens that Me Without You's artist who did their records also does three-dimensional artwork. And I was like, well, I'm taking this opportunity to do the exact same thing that Five Iron did in what year did that come out? 99? 2000?
So
yeah, I think so.
Kevin, when did it come out?
I think 99.
99,
99, yeah.
At least crazy.
I think it's definitely in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the late 90s.
No, it was released November 1999, Cerebellum Records.
Okay, there you go.
And
Yeah.
5 Minute Walk.
5 Minute Walk.
Which, by the way, I've got
oh, nice.
Well, and I've got the Angel of Death up here. And I've got the Fox up here.
For the audio listeners, showing here is these like
yes,
metal,
all the pins,
Jared,
that's
come
the
on,
3D
this is an audio
fish boy
podcast.
or whatever.
I know.
I forget.
He's showing three-dimensional metallic pins that we molded out of.
I love those things.
In that case, bronze. Yeah,
I love how mindful you are for our listeners. Thank you.
Yes, I was like, guys, what are we doing here? I know we can see each other; they can't see us.
I like how that bronze one's like wearing, like it's gotten wet.
Oh yeah, it's got a patina. To it already?
It's starting to develop. I don't know if this is like evident, but
for your audio listeners, right now,
we'll post this in the show notes.
Yeah, exactly. I can see that there is an oxidization happening to the bronze.
He put Coca-Cola on the.
Yeah.
Some of it's for the listeners, some of it's for us. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, this begs the question then in an audio medium. Should I order the Flounder Clear Pine Fisheye or Audiophile Black version?
So Fisheye is the least successful of those variants. The Clear Pine is very nice. The Flounder is very gorgeous.
Okay. I have the Flounder.
Flounder is very nice.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I haven't had the opportunity to order my copy yet, so I just was curious which one you preferred. Yes.
Flower, I think, is probably my favorite. I think all the fish variants are going to be, because the variants for each of the vinyls, everything is a triptych. Everything is like a trilogy.
There you go.
Oh, Jared sold. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very nice. So everything is like, for volume 1 of Live, there's a fish variant. There is a lens variant and there's a wood variant. So you're going to get, on the volume 1, you're going to get flounder, and volume 2, you're going to get rockfish. Volume 1, you're going to get clear pine. You're going to get dark walnut. You're going to get, what's the other one? Fisheye.
Fisheye, yes.
Whatever. And then anamorphic. And then I won't reveal volume 3, but they're already picked out.
And it has the cool cutout, so the center of the record.
Love that stuff.
Again, the packaging, like everything is just great.
Thank you.
The add-on special with the sticker set, metallic pin, album flat, art print, and a T-shirt.
You guys are selling all that stuff.
I recommend it, and you want your spider prints for sure as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done anything with it.
If I use promo code Squid, will that do anything?
It won't actually.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious.
It won't.
Just curious. Okay, thank you.
Actually, you know what? It will get you. Actually, if you use promo code Squid, it will get you 1% off. I guarantee that right now.
I will. All right, I'm done 1%. And done. I mean, 1% is for
Squid.
Is for me.
Squid. SQUID. You will get 1% off.
You're gonna see like one person use it, and that's gonna be me.
Well, I will know how many people use it because I will set it up this minute.
All right, sounds good because I'm in my cart right now.
Oh shit! Well, I'm not quite there yet.
All right, never mind. I'll hold off.
You can go ahead and pick out your pre-order of volume 2, buddy.
I'm looking forward to my 1% off. He's doing it. I love it.
All customers, no limit. 1%. Give it a shot if you want, Pete. I think it's set up.
Right, thank you, Pete, our marketing manager or sponsorship executive.
There we are. But there was something about the proof that Youth are Revolting too, which, by the way, is a really very well produced live record.
Oh,
Music,
yeah.
incredible clarity. There's something to like. I don't know when those songs are recorded. I mean, I think they have like listings in the liner notes of like where what
Right.
maybe I don't think each song is a bit like delineated and being like, oh, Sucker Punch is on the record, right?
Mhm.
It's like this song is recorded at this festival and this place
Mm.
I don't think it's broken down quite like that, but it's like obviously it starts out with Cornerstone, Are You Ready?
Yeah.
And then it
Yes.
does the
To
to
hell
hell
with
with
the devil.
the Striper reference.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew this, but Frank Tate originally wanted to use just the kid yells into the microphone, "You suck," and he wanted to use that on it, but the Christian bookstores wouldn't let him.
See, this is my whole thing with Christian bookstores.
Right? How great would
like
that have been?
like we had
What
Frank on, and he was telling us, he's like, I wanted to say, like, at the very
I was
beginning, he says, "You suck," and we couldn't use it.
I had that come on, dude. This is like the
Mhm.
softest of the soft of
Right.
the
The least
softest.
offensive thing ever.
This
Right.
is like Cottonelle.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's like Charmin.
Right.
It's crazy how soft that is. Like me that oh sorry, Five Iron, like they love no effects.
Yeah.
The
Hmm.
self-depreciation whole thing, like they did it as much as they could, but it's like they couldn't do like the rock hands. You
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean? Like the
Right.
devil
Right.
horns. They just stick the thumb out
Love.
to do
Yes.
love. It's like
Love.
this shit, I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah.
like that's the stuff that's like so corny. I can't stand it.
Right.
Can't stand it.
Hmm.
Can't
Yeah.
stand how inauthentic it is. But anyway, the whole idea of like you don't know quite where the like it's an amalgamation of
Right.
all these different recordings. That's what we did on Live. And like Ricky was very much from You That You was very much like it should be one whole show. He's a head, so he loves these like sort of like live recordings.
Sure.
Like this is a
Right.
place and time, and I was like, this is not a place and time. This is your senior photo, edited, like your moles taken out, and
Right.
like your eyebrows trimmed. Like
Mhm.
this is what people hear
Right.
when they go to the show, not like what actually happened, but what they remembered that happened. So we
Sure.
get to
Hmm.
pick and choose the best version of this song and the best version of this song. I think the differences between Proof and Live is that, like, I think Saki said there's a lot of cleanup, and that
Yeah.
historically I know this to be true. That like there's a lot of overdubbing on Proof.
Oh, of
Again,
course. Right.
this is the to get not what you heard, but what you remembered.
Hmm.
But in Live, there's not a lot of that, to be quite honest. Like, and I'm like, there are certain things where it's like background vocals need to be touched up, or guitar lines. Well, oh boy, this was great. Oh, but the whole song is good, but it just so happened we had a bad connection on the guitar, or you flubbed this one
Right.
part, or you missed this fill, and you just come back in, you fill in a couple gaps, but it's like very minor. The thing that I thought was going to happen on Live Volumes 1 and 2, we haven't even started mixing 3. It's not coming out in 2025. I'm just gonna say that. I
You've
wish
heard
it
it here
were.
first. Here we are.
Oh my God, I'm trying, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's probably for the best. But is that there's not a lot of I thought we are gonna have to really go back and touch up Aaron, but it turns out he's actually better than we thought.
Oh, good. Good, Randy
And
Jackson. Good.
and
Yeah.
so but Aaron has not touched up almost a single no, he hasn't touched up a single vocal on his
Wow.
thing, which is really impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think lends itself to some of the veracity of the how it feels. It's not overly clean.
Very quick side note: if you could tell me Rockfish, Dark Walnut, or Animomorphic for Volume 2, what would you say?
Now listen, do you want consistency between the variants? Do you want fish, lens, or
I mean,
wood?
I was going with the original, the one you recommended on one. Look, I'm just looking for my $25 free shipping. I'm looking for that extra $25.
$25.
I'm
I say
25. I'm 20.
1%.
I'm $25 away from free shipping, so I'm gonna
Oh,
do
I
a
see
little
what you mean. I
pre-order.
love
Yeah.
wow. Hey, it's good to know that.
Yeah, it says I'm $25 away from free shipping, so I'm asking
Okay,
which
so
variant because I'm loving this conversation, but I'm trying to see if promo code Squid what that takes off.
personally, and
Okay.
I thought that Rockfish was going to be the variant that
Yeah.
people, I mean, they do. People overwhelmingly buy Rockfish, and it's the one that
Okay.
I
Okay.
have the order in for the most. However, I actually think that Anamorphic,
Oh,
not
sick.
only is it a badass name,
Yeah.
I think it could be the best variant
Oh,
that comes out.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Done and done. Now continue on.
Okay. I don't know what else I was saying.
I went with
Um,
the compact disc variant.
You did. Oh yeah, yeah. That's also a very economical choice, Kevin. Where so
Yep.
like,
And it
yeah,
arrives sooner generally, right?
it
Like
will
if you,
generally.
yeah.
I want our listeners to know that promo code Squid does work, and I am getting $1 off. That's right.
There we
Yeah.
are.
12
There we
cents.
are. And that's all I'm gonna. That's all I'm gonna give.
Okay, I'm curious. I didn't know if there was another promo code timeout that I could do, but I'm cool with that one. Okay,
I
time
went
in.
with consistency, Pete. I went rockfish after the flounder, so I'm
A
keeping
lot
it
of people
going.
do, and I
Yeah.
like that. That's unintentional. That's like a thing where
Yeah.
it's like there's another unintentional thing that happened in these releases where people like seem to very like. I was just like, oh, we won't tell the track list, and that'll be like frustrating to some people
Sure,
and like enticing to other people, but like people on the subreddits, like people don't even like
Oh no,
people like
yeah.
downvote when you like mention a song.
Uh-huh.
Like it's a spoiler. I'm like, oh wow, this is like a whole thing for this fan base where
sure.
they're like very into this idea of like keeping it tight knit.
Took the
Um,
marching orders seriously. Yeah, I
yeah,
did.
and so like exactly, you kept that black bag.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I ordered 12,000 of those black bags. And I just was like, well, they're gonna throw them away, but at least it keeps the mystery. So at least I'll have these things. But you're keeping them, so it feels to me like that probably is a success in that respect.
I think so. Well, especially because of like getting the vinyl after hearing the tracks, it was a new surprise, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
so
yeah.
I downloaded it and listened that way because there is no track listing, like, or the names aren't
Yes.
there. Just
Yep.
1, 2, 3, whatever, which was fantastic. When it released to streaming for the first one and all the tracks were named, I was like, oh, like
Yeah, I know. And
I
then
kind of I
I
kind of
wish I
liked
could.
not doing it that way. Yeah.
Well, this is why we encourage people to maybe listen. Well, I think when we put out the email blast, it says something like, for first time listeners, please
Right.
download it off the website or listen to it on Bandcamp, because these are the
Sure.
only two places that can keep that element of surprise for you.
Right. Which
Um,
I think particularly because like these releases are your new fresh versions of whatever Me Without You is going to have to offer
mhm.
unless they
Yeah.
surprise us, right? Like
Yes,
down the
exactly.
road someday. But with what we can put our hands on, it's like, well, if you want some sort of thrill related to this
Yeah.
band that's been
Oh
doing it for
man.
a while, why would you give that up just to simply
Yeah.
know what's coming when you can do that down the like later? Like it's not a live show, but it's the best you can get next to a
Yeah.
lot.
It's
Like in the same way, I think that's
totally, totally,
that's why I've watched the final concert. So they're just like a good package, right? Of
totally.
the total especially if you do night 1 and 2, you
Yeah.
kind of get the full career. I mean, they're long because of that, but if you pick any other, like I watch tons of live concerts on YouTube, right? But if you pick any other set from like 2014 or whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it was one set in the midst of a tour.
Yeah.
So it's unique in that sense, but like these final ones were like they clearly knew what was going on
Yeah.
and you built a performance, a show around this idea that it was coming to a close. And
Yeah.
so it's pretty like if you want to catch the whole spirit in however long they are, 2 hours, whatever, hour and a half, like that's where you do it instead of stringing together a bunch of 50-minute sets or whatever,
Hmm.
and stringing them together, which are cool in their own way. And it's fun to go
Yeah.
back, right? Like you can watch the Generator stage set
Yeah.
from a
Yeah.
Cornerstone,
Yeah.
right? Which is like there's stuff like that but the final shows are like at the top of what they have to offer because now they're good at it.
It's the
and
mountaintop.
it's the full package.
You know what's funny is that I listen again, referencing the Saki podcast where he was talking about how he had that big 8-at rig.
Yeah.
He's breaking down. They recorded the last like 8 shows, and then when he went through to like listen to everything and be like, okay, cataloging what's the best and what it's like. Well, the last show was actually the best, to be quite honest.
Right.
And we actually don't really have to pick and choose too much here.
Right.
We can really choose this as the primary piece, the backbone to represent the recordings.
And that's what I think I love the most is that they used that last show. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What had purpose and intent?
It's almost in its entirety, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't know what's missing from it. Like
I mean, there's a few things missing. Just
there's
because
one
they were
song missing from the medley
because they couldn't get the rights. And then
For what song was it?
I was at that show. Yeah.
Was it Sometimes When
So
We
was
Touch?
I was there. By the way.
Yeah, I
What
was
was it?
too.
Sometimes When We Touch.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
3 of the 4 of us were there. Kevin was there. I was there. Yeah. I know you were there. Yep. But
Yeah, I
Jared,
flew in.
Jared,
flew
were
in.
you there? No.
I wasn't.
But
Brock, Brock, were you there?
He was there. No.
I don't think we've ever discussed. I did not know till recently that show Brock went to just a couple years ago was his first ever 5 hour.
First show, he mentioned that,
yeah.
right? His first show was in 22.
Oh my gosh.
I guess so. The one where he broke his foot, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I did not realize that was his first show until he commented on that recently somewhere. I can't
Where's
remember
Brock
where it was.
at? Where's Brock at?
He's in Oregon.
Oregon.
Ooh, I've heard of it.
Same.
Where in Oregon? Where in Oregon is Brock?
Salem.
Salem.
Like the witch trials?
Well, that's
No,
in
that's-
Massachusetts.
That's over here.
Oh
Kevin's
yeah,
got the
my
witch
bad.
trials.
Opposite coasts.
I
Right.
think he's near Portland, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's not
within
far
a-
from Portland.
Portland, Maine?
Yeah,
Right now.
it's very confusing.
I know. I was about to say the same thing. Not Maine.
It's like almost like these guys didn't talk to each other.
Just 2 city names. You just keep reusing them.
I keep trying to stop by his house and it's not there. I don't know.
Not there.
Who are you?
Washington, not DC.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's fun. By the way, I did put in my order just now, and promo code Squid did work, and so
I can see the order right here.
I appreciate that $1 off. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
And,
That's our first sponsorship endeavor. Way to go, Pete. Really proud
appreciate
of you.
that. Glad to do it. And anybody else
Negotiating
out
that
there,
partnership.
when you listen to this podcast, use promo code Squid at checkout and save 1%.
It's an official partnership between a pickle home companion and me without you.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
It's a verbal
That's right.
contract over
That's
the
right.
internet. It's as official as that DVD is on Five Iron's website. I'll tell you that.
Hey, oh my god.
If any other accoutrements make their way into there for that 1%, you just, since sponsorship deal, you let me know and I'll look forward to it.
And if you don't receive that 1%, you can go to Pete's house at
Yes.
America, or call him on his phone.
Or use his credit card, ending it.
Or use his or reference his credit card, ending it.
Did you give him your social security number too? Tell us that. Tell us that. Everything. We need to know.
My firstborn child, which is named
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, it's really like people assume that there's like something. I love that you saved $1.
Hey, I had to do it, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
had to. It was too good for the bit.
I love it. It's funny, like, well, the amount of information I have like I'm privy to is like so small.
Oh yeah.
They were like, "Can you just like charge me for the thing?" I was like, "You have to initiate. You think I can charge you? I'm
Right.
not giving that authority.
Right.
You have to like process payment, and your bank has to corroborate. And
Right.
like, there's none of this like, I charged you. You pressed checkout.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the place where you initiate this transaction. I can't see anything outside your address, and like the last 4 digits, which means
Right.
nothing.
Right. Exactly. It means absolutely nothing.
It only means I can verify it for you personally.
Hey, Jared, did we have a voicemail to play?
Ooh, should we?
I think we should.
Do you want to listen to this voicemail? I think you do, actually, Mike. It's a special voicemail. Here it comes.
Hey, Mike. It's Kylan from Church James Now. I'm glad to see your career's picking up again with being on Pickle Home Companion. I just want to say right off the bat, I know you're going to hear Church James Now, and you're going to use this as another platform in which to talk shit about our name. But fuck you, it's a good name. Church James Now is a good name for a podcast. I don't really have anything else. How you been, buddy? What's going on with you? Have fun, guys. Also, the Killers suck.
Ooh, wow.
Nothing but attacks from that voicemail right there.
I love
It's
that.
the most hostile
like,
voicemail we've ever received.
I love that, like the cinematic universe of like my commentary on how much I hate the Church Jams names and how much I love the Killers. Now it's just like the Mandalorian to the Book of Boba Fett. Like you kind of have, if you can't follow the trajectory of this like storyline, you have to kind of like follow it through these multiple podcast channels, and here we are.
Yes.
Hopefully, But Kathleen Kennedy in this whole thing, I don't know who that is.
Kylan Savage, apparently.
Kylan, apparently. Yeah, really. It's not meant to cross-pollinate. You guys aren't supposed to know each other.
But we do, and he is an honorary co-host of a Pickle Home Companion.
There we are. Has he been on the show?
Kylan has.
He has. He kind of took over one episode, yeah.
He took over one episode?
He did his best.
Well, I mean, he did his best, too. He tried. But we prevailed, and we
smited him. Yeah,
you'd be talking to him today, and but yeah, no, he definitely was with us, and great dude.
Yeah, for sure. I hate that. I really do hate the name of that thing. I really do like doing that podcast.
But go back and listen to episode 49 of A Pickle Home Companion with Kylan Savage.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so probably I was in the middle of moving I'm redoing the storage in the house, so I was listening when I was like reorganizing my basement today.
Sure. The Me Without You store, right.
The Me Without You store. I was listening to the Saki interview, and then I moved on to the Frank one, because Frank is actually the person I'm really interested in. I mean, I'm really appreciative of Saki.
Yeah,
I think that his story and his involvement in the band is so interesting to me.
Yeah.
But like Frank is like the only other person who can say they've ever managed 5 Iron.
Right.
And I can't believe I'm the second person. I cannot believe it.
Sure.
Who else has? Who is their current manager?
Leonore, probably. Right.
Yeah. Nobody. It's not that band.
Maybe
it's
Dennis.
not that. It's not that. Well, but yeah, that's true. I mean, he's closer to in terms of like the hierarchy of like who's controlling what and who's like managing things. They're so egalitarian in that way.
Yeah, they all have specific jobs basically now, right?
Weird. It's so weird. So different from Me Without You. Any band that I've ever met.
So then you don't like the name Church Jams Now, but again, I want to reiterate how much you love the name of Pickle Home Companion, and
I do appreciate its absurdity.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know what I mean?
We appreciate that.
That's what. But I do wish ultimately it was a podcast about pickles.
Well,
that
we do
eat at home.
If you listen to our back catalog
with your partner
consensually, yes.
Well, of course, I would assume.
I mean,
it's implied.
If you listen to the rest of our back, please listen. Companionship,
implied consent. Yeah.
If you listen to our back catalog, we get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what do you mean you get in? What part of it?
No, we talk about it. Yeah, we do.
What part? Sorry, what part?
You'll have to
you'll have to listen. You'll have to listen. You'll have to listen.
The marketing guy.
My God,
Hey.
there's no way all of this is going to stay in the podcast.
Promo code Squid, second part Sunday.
Squid,
Let's
1%
go.
off. Save $1 for every $100 that you spend on mewithoutYou.com.
Hey, for every $1,000 you spend, you get $10 off.
You get $10 off. Actually, to be quite honest, I created the promo code because I believe that the 50 listeners of this podcast deserve to save $1.
Yes.
Let's
That's it.
go.
I'm
Let's
a
go.
man for the people. I told you I'm a capitalist, but I got a socialist heart. You know what I'm saying?
In this economy, am I right? Okay.
Am I right? Every dollar counts.
We look forward to the ones of listeners who use this discount code, and when you update
Please.
us on the 4 people that purchase them, that's going to push like at least $172.
Honestly.
I actually will be very interested to see who is, because there was years ago.
Josh Lawless, we're counting on you.
Hey, come on, Lawless. Missy, come on.
Haley Williams from Paramore, obviously, was a tweet. I mean, she's a big fan of the band.
Right.
Paramore, friends of ours, years ago, was like, she's just like tweeting about Me Without You, and then she said something of this sort where she was like, "Oh, like enter." She tweeted like, "Enter promo code Haley can't stop tweeting about Me Without You for 0.001% off of your order." Well, the lowest I can do is 1%.
Right.
I can't do decimals.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this product. I saw it. I made that promo code. It still stands today. Haley won't stop tweeting about Me Without You. And like, every once in a while I see people come through where it's just like they have the promo code. I'm like, real ones.
Real ones.
No doubt.
Yeah, I can say it.
Hey, how about that, guys? Our promo code is just as good as the one that
It
Haley
is
got.
as
Come
just as
on.
good as
Let's
Grammy
go.
Award
Haley
winning,
Williams. Wow.
the international superstar Haley Williams.
We didn't even guess vocal on any
Come on.
tracks. That's
Oh
amazing.
my god!
Yet.
Yet.
But
For the music that's coming, Pete, do you know something the rest
for
of
the
us
au-
don't?
Hey, I do. I'm just saying.
Okay.
For the audio medium, I'm using the hook'em horns. But
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
exactly.
I'm about to put out the thumb. All right, there it is.
No, I got
Love,
the thumbs
love,
out. I got the
love.
thumbs out to make sure that like the CCM crowd, the CCM moms don't come after me.
That's right.
Um,
But I should
did
say
he
for those
mean
of
the
for those of,
devil, or did he mean having fun? What?
you got to party hard.
The fine
for
line.
Once again, for those of you listening at home, if you use promo code SQUID, call 985-28-SQUID. Let us know. Let us know.
And we want to know what you bought.
Well, yeah, please.
Did you get the flounder variant, the rockfish?
Yeah.
Which one did you go with?
Also, what is your phone number and address?
Yes, and your last word of your
Last
social.
Social.
Just so we can verify it.
Yeah,
The
you
name
know.
of your first pet for the password verification. We'd appreciate it.
Elementary
exactly.
school, your mother's maiden
Yeah,
name. That's all we need.
Your mother's maiden name.
Street did you grow up on?
Just a few interesting facts about yourself
Oh
to
my
get to know
God.
you, so that we can build
Guys,
some
do you-
community. Yeah.
How long do you think it takes Brock to put down his kids?
Oh, he's not coming back. He's
He's not coming
exited.
back?
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
I miss him. I miss him.
I know. He puts
His
down his
mustache
kids.
is very manicured.
He's on a different time zone than all of us because he's 3
I
hours.
love that he's
behind.
3 hours. Yeah.
So he leaves the earliest, even though it's the earliest.
Where
he's at.
he's in Oregon.
Yeah, so it's currently 9 o'clock there. He could come back. The kids are probably asleep.
They're definitely sick, but what is he doing?
Organizing vinyl, I would guess.
I mean, we can.
Taking pictures.
He's about to take pictures for the internet. is
Do
what
you
he's
not
gonna
know
do.
if the
Do you not know the legend of Brock Dittus?
Brock is an internet celebrity?
The
And
first time I've heard of him was today, listening to the Saki interview. I'm very sorry.
Thank
I
you.
knew he had a. I knew he
Thank
had a
you for
mustache,
bringing him back down
Thank
to
you
earth.
so
We
much for bringing it
appreciate
because
that.
we are just a stepping stone.
and I knew that Pete looked like Micah. That's all I know.
Come on.
I'll say this: Micah from Five Iron is Mike Ortega. He's the guy. So when he was a cat, that I was like, me that you need a sound engineer. We need front of house.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, come on tour.
Sure.
Like, you're a down dude. Micah is a guy that would, I think, I could be wrong, hang so hard. He's so sweet. He's
Yeah.
humble. He's funny. He's easygoing. Like, you can just talk to that cat, and he does a good job. You know what I mean? So he's like the dude. I'm like, yo, Micah Ortega should freaking he should come on tour and do live sound.
Sure.
He's like, and I tried to hire him to do live sound for Me Without You, and he couldn't do it. But that would have been a treat.
man.
He is such a good hang, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Guys, I don't mean to keep you. I can talk forever. Does Brock have to edit this?
No, it's
that's
Kevin.
me.
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, you're gonna have to edit this. Are you gonna
yeah.
shut this? We're headed on 3.5 hours.
I mean, we have a thing called second part Sunday. If it goes over,
It's gonna.
Kevin already gave up on one episode a long time ago.
we also
really?
we also
True?
don't believe in a thing called microbytes either. So
what's a microbite? What's a microbite?
Exactly.
We don't know.
shorter
It's
episodes.
some feedback we've received, but we ignored.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, can we keep it more concise, please?
We
Yeah.
believe in longer episodes personally, but yeah.
No,
yeah.
I think between 5-Iron and Me Without You, I'm kind of I don't have a good cutoff point
Yeah.
So,
for those
neither do I.
topics at
Neither do
all.
I. Yeah.
Personally, I don't know about the other guys.
Do we want to punish Kevin?
yeah, of course.
Just
pizza?
keep creating
I was
content.
gonna say-
I have to be up at 6 o'clock, but I don't care.
Oh,
I'm up at
same,
6
same.
o'clock.
Oh, same.
I'm up at 6 o'clock every day.
The same.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I got to
Hey,
get all
we're
the kids
all
to
on the
school in the
East
morning,
Coast.
so we're good.
Oh yeah.
I do have one question. I have multiple
Shoot.
questions, but I have another question. Who from
Sorry,
Me
Kevin.
Without You do you believe would be the best to be on our podcast?
Aaron.
Would he do it?
Yeah, probably.
So
Only because the other guys would be like, "What is the podcast?" And they'll be like, "Oh, these guys like 5-minute walk," and they'll be like, "What is 5-minute walk?" And then I'll be
that's
like,
when we're done for.
and that's when you're done.
What if we say we like Lou DiFabrizio? He's our homeboy. Does that help? Is that a shot?
Yes.
Because I
Yeah.
think he would vouch for us.
I mean,
'cause he's
we're
a cool
more
guy.
we're more than a 5-Iron Frenzy Insiders 5-Minute Walk podcast.
We're not less, but we're also more. Yeah. You said Aaron. We should try to. He would be the one to get on the podcast.
Yeah, Pickle Home Companion is not the most enticing title. Maybe you give him a fake.
It is an issue.
You don't have to be WHYY. You
Right.
know, you don't have to be, an NPR station for him to. It's
We
just like, oh, it's called a Pickle Home Companion.
we sort of are an NPR station because we're an offshoot.
We
of
ripped off a name from an NPR show.
Yeah.
There we are.
So,
Yeah.
We
a
are.
prairie home companion. Our
yes.
fictional town is not Lake Wobegon; it's Lake Scabegon.
Like Scabaga. Oh,
That's right.
that explains the
Yes.
intro. But who does your
Yes.
intros, by the way?
Kevin's daughter.
How old is she, Kevin?
16.
There's something so disarming about your daughter's voice and cadence that I feel like when I hear the intro, I go this is an okay place. Like, these are friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's
Because-
what we're going for.
And I don't take this the wrong way. It's not a professional radio voice.
no,
Nope.
Like,
Right.
it's very much a cadence of and these are the people that I know, and they're doing this thing and this, that, and the other, and the end.
that's why we love it so
Yep.
much. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it works. It works. It works. It's great.
That's what our good mutual friend Jason Zymet told us. He doesn't know why, based on his marketing expertise, it should not.
but it
But
does.
somehow it works.
He's a smart guy, by the way.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a
Smart
very
guy.
smart guy. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how this works or why it works, but it works.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
we're like, from
we don't
Jason?
either, but we accept
Done.
your feedback, sir. Well, see, we stumbled into this of our harebrained scheme of we're going to talk about Reese and Joe's podcast, and then we started talking to people. And
By the way, what is it?
the pickle and boot shop.
Why is it called that? What do they talk about?
Anything except pickles and boots. It's very. I mean, you know Reese Roper. Maybe they'll talk about their old touring. Maybe
that's how it started. The topic, it just they wander to whatever they're feeling for 20, 30 minutes and
but they do it for half an hour and then stop. We wander back to an actual topic.
Kevin, we're at hour 4.
Yep.
How do you pair that? Would you know? Do you taking notes? Do you have like oh my, I can't see it.
There's nothing on that, Kevin. What's happening there?
Kevin, it's completely blank.
Kevin, are you saying perfect podcast, no notes?
Yo,
is that
Kevin,
what that is?
Are you saying perfect podcast, no edits, no notes?
Of course.
Remember how I said Brock's outro was going to be at the end of the podcast? It's going to be the end of part 1.
Right.
Someone text Brock. Bring him back in for episode
Already
2.
did.
We did.
He didn't respond. So no, that's the thing. We started this thing with no real expectations of talking to other people. And then we started to, and initially it was like we had connections, so it was easier to make the ask.
Right.
And then we discovered by reaching out cold, it's a lot harder to explain a pickle home companion to a stranger.
No. Okay, I'll put it this way. Please. When you were like, "Do you want to come on my podcast?" You don't have to say anything else. The answer is yes, because I'm dying to talk to anybody. Like the epidemic of male loneliness.
Yes, right? Come on. That's how we started this.
I think that's the void we're filling right here.
Podcasting is doing that for us. You know,
absolutely.
Every week meeting with these guys. I miss them on Tuesdays if we don't record. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've just stumbled into conversations with people we want to talk to. So it's not so much like an angle of how do we produce this thing to get people to listen. It's like, who would be fun to talk to? Let's ask them if they'll join.
And the thing is, like with like the 5 iron thing, it's like there's an audience that wants to listen to it. It may be small, may not be huge.
Right.
But the people that can talk about it are like, where have you been? Like, let's talk about it. I got stories. I got stuff. You're interested in dime store profits? You're interested in the Holy Roller Tour?
Right.
Oh, I can write you a book.
Right.
And so that's me, where I'm just like, you know who I talk to about Me Without You and 5 iron stuff?
Who?
My wife.
Well, that's why we started this podcast.
And then she goes, that's nice. Fish tacos for dinner. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's why we started this podcast, because we also talked to our wives about it, and they all said, that's nice. And then we all went, all right, we can talk, and now we can talk for an hour about this. Or hour 4.
For hour 4. Guys, I think we can go hour 5.
When I bring it up in my house, it's we don't want to hear about it. So like I got to go online and talk to people who can appreciate it, because
I get you. God bless the internet.
Profit without honor in their own home situation for me.
Damn.
Yeah, the internet is where the people are that are similarly minded.
Sure.
And that's, and that's how this thing started, is we all were just listening to the Pickle and Boot Shop. I know we're still trying to figure it out too.
No idea what that is.
No idea what that is. Through that, we all met, and then we met at Furnace Fest. Again, we're trying to figure out what that is. And then we bonded, and we realized, let's just have these Zoom conversations. And then the Zoom conversations turned into, hey, let's put these out. And then it turned into, hey, let's get on who we want to get on. And here we are today.
Yeah. It's a bunch of people that are just like, no one asked me to do podcasts, so I'll talk to you guys too.
Well, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike, for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
And the promo code for 1% off. That's amazing.
That's right. That's right. Please use promo code SQUID.
SQUID.
That's right.
It looks like I've got a couple sales since then. People are, is this going out live? People are, wow.
We dropped it in the Discord.
The merch store is flooded.
We pushed it out to the Patreon members, and they're getting after it. They know. Oh
my gosh. Get your merchandise now before people save 50 cents on.
It's gonna be sold out.
You're gonna need more T-shirts behind you.
Oh my god!
Oh, come back again, Mike. This has been fun.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, guys.
Yes, we need to do it again.
And that's news from Lake Scabagon, where all of our conversations are not rapacious. All of our guests, they're not pernicious either. And all of our conversations have perplexity.
Onward, pickle soldiers.
That is an absolutely perfect podcast. Crushed it.
Promo code SQUID.
Promo code SQUID for 1% off in the Me Without You store. I used it. It works.
So did I.
My wife was like, "Are you on Beaver's podcast?" And I just was like, "No, these are like other guys that don't know what they're doing."
I'm now aware of more than one pickle podcast.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I wish Beaver would bring me on.